Hello guys, welcome back to Codemy tutorials, podcasts and app development. In this channel we are going to learn about programming. So I have been getting a lot of requests from my students and from people around that which programming language they should learn in 2021 or which is the best programming language right now or from which language they can start their programming career. So if you have this question, stay tuned till the end of the video. In this video I am going to explain the types of programming language, which program language will take you where, how these programming languages are divided into the domain sectors, and where you want to go will decide what or which programming language you want to learn. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some of the tips which I have used to learn programming languages. So stay tuned at the end. Also, if you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe and share this video. So let's get started. Hello guys, so before starting which programming language you should learn, we must first decide into what domain we want our career to be. So basically there are a few sectors in programming which are divided. For example, let's say front-end web development, back-end web development, mobile application development, cloud development, analytics, data science, game development, etc. It's completely divided. And first you should select which domain you want your career to be. If you want your career to be as a front-end web developer, then I think you should start with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We cannot forget HTML and CSS no matter how old they are. HTML and CSS is the foundation or the skeleton of web development, front-end web development. So we should start with those languages. Once you get once your foundation is strong with HTML, CSS and JavaScript, then you can start or expand your career by learning Bootstrap or say templating languages like EJS and Pug, which are present, from which you can create your front-end development faster. If you want your career to be as a backend application or say backend web developer, then you can start with JavaScript. Then you can learn some of the frameworks in JavaScript like Node.js, Express.js, and then you can also learn Python. With Python, you are able to create nice backends, nice servers. You can also, for timing, you can also learn PHP, which me generally don't consider as a language that you should spend your time on for backend right now, because there are many better languages and there are many better frameworks available which you can invest. Let's say there is Angular, there is React if you want to learn front end, and then also there is Django if you want to excel in backend. So you can invest your time over there. If you want your career to be as a mobile application developer or let's say app mobile developer, then you can start with native development. You can start with native development. For Android, you can start with Kotlin. Kotlin is the official language Google has chosen to create Android application. And then for iOS, we just have Swift right now. Objective-C and Java for iOS and Android respectively are outdated. You can learn them, but I would suggest you to skip and just stick with Kotlin for Android and Swift for Apple. If you want, you can also start with cross-platform languages such as Dart and Flutter framework. In my personal opinion and my favorite right now is Flutter, because me being a mobile developer, it helps me to create applications for Android as well as iPhone from a single code base. So I'm completely glued on Flutter right now, and a bit of Python here and there helps me. If you want to go into game development, then we have very few options left. So we have C, C++ or C#, and then you can start with Unity. That will help you to create better games. That will help you to understand the frameworks very nicely. Instead of learning some other engines in game development, I would suggest you to stick with Unity and C#. These two will take you ahead. If you want to go just into core backend development, then I would suggest you to learn Python. Python is very nice, very fast, and it is easier to learn and to understand. And there is not much cluster in the language, so Python is best to start your backend development. If there is this new kind of fields coming into existence, for example, DevOps called as development and operations, then Kubernetes, Dockers, this all is contained into DevOps. If you want a career to be as a DevOps engineer, then you can start with Python. The most important, no matter what language you are learning, make sure that your fundamentals and the basic of those languages are very strong. The foundation should be strong, and then you can build yourself over it. If you have some confusion at the base, at the start level, then it would be very difficult for you to create your building over it. That is the same law and the same rule over here. Your fundamentals should be clear, your basics should be clear. Invest the time that you have at the start when you're learning programming languages. And once all your basic concepts are clear, then you can swiftly move ahead and learn the rest of the programming language remaining. Once you are good in one programming language, once your logic is built, once you can do the thinking part, how the program works and how you should use your language for the best outcome that you want, then you can learn other languages in your time that you have. The syntax is different, but the logic is same. For example, now I started my programming career with Swift. I first learned Swift language, then I started creating applications for iOS. I have few applications on the App Store. Then I didn't. Once I was good in Swift, I was also good at Kotlin because the language syntax is a bit different. The only difference is a bit of the language syntax, but the rest of the logic and the rest of the working is same. For loop is going to be same in all the languages. Okay, just the syntax will change, but the logic will remain same. So put your concentration at building logic. And as I mentioned earlier, that there are a few of the tips that I'm going to give is that learning programming languages is not a one-day event, okay, or not a 2-month event. It's not like I'm going to learn this language in one day, I'm going to learn this language in a month. There are many courses online which are saying 0 to hero in a month, or let's say they are saying learn Python in a day. Don't fall for such things. Learning language is a long process. Learning programming is a lengthy process. Okay, you cannot learn it in a day or in a month. Yes, you can understand the language if you are into programming. Then yes, you can understand new language, new framework within a month. But as I said before, it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. Now I have been coding for more than 5 years, and I know what my starting was and where I am right now. It takes a lot of practice. Tip number 2 is always give minimum 1 hour daily for programming, if not more. If you have some your other work, if you have some different field and just you want to career switch to programming and to development, and if you are a student and you have your college projects and you don't have much time, at least try to give minimum 1 hour daily for your own development. No matter how clustered your job is or your schedule is, but minimum 1 hour is required every day. Even if in your job and you feel that your life is stagnant and there is no much development, just start giving 1 hour every day and then learn new frameworks, what is coming out, what new languages are there out, and then you will feel the growth in your career as well or in your job as well. Also start with DSA. Data structure and algorithm. Do not ignore your DSAs. No matter what languages you're working, what languages you're studying, focus on DSA. DSA will take you way ahead. Right now, you can leave ahead competitive programming. It is good. I'm not saying you should not do it, but focus on the fundamentals of programming languages and then focus on DSA. Okay? If you want to learn DSA, there are many courses outside for DSA which will help you to build your logic, which will help you to know how a language works, the fundamentals and the basics. DSA will clear that. But sooner or later, even I'm going to start my DSA course. You can focus on that also. Most of the companies which are big companies right now outside, they are looking for students who know DSA. Degree is not important, but knowledge is. Okay. So as I said before, let me summarize this video completely. Front-end web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Okay. Back-end web development, JavaScript, then frameworks of JavaScript like Node.js, Express.js. You can also learn Python, and then you can learn Python's framework like Django, etc. If you want to be mobile development, native, it is Android Kotlin and iOS Swift. And if you want to come into hybrid or say cross-platform, I would say go to Flutter. React Native is there, but React Native is outdated, and Flutter is clearly beating React. So I would still suggest you to stick with Flutter and learn Flutter and Dart. If you want to go to backend, completely core competency backend, then go with Python. Okay. And for DevOps, Kubernetes, Dockers, Python is again sustainable over there. If you want to go in if you want to go in game development, then go for C, C++, or C Sharp with Unity. Unity is the best channel or best engine right now to create games. You can create games for mobiles, you can create indie games, you can create games for PlayStation, Xbox, everything from Unity. So stay stuck to Unity. Okay guys, thank you. If you have liked this video, if you feel that there is something that I'm missing, you can comment down below. Please like, subscribe and share this video. If you have some doubts, you can comment below and I will surely address them. If you have some suggestions, what should be the topic or which topic should I cover or what videos you want, then let me know. I will, as I get time, I will create videos on those topics. If you have some confusions in programming languages, let me know. I will also try to cover those topics as well. Okay, bye bye, take care, stay tuned, keep programming.